Welcome back to another episode of the Trashpack podcast. It has been a while since we last spoke, and I missed y'all. I missed y'all a lot. Just talking to y'all, just y'all listening to me. Just being here together. Psych! I didn't miss y'all at all. I didn't even think about you in this little hiatus that I had of a week, being a depressed husk of a human being. But times change, and here we are. We're back. And I'm excited, actually. There's a lot to talk about today. A lot of stuff going on in the news. The biggest thing that got to me this past week was a story, pretty impressive story, actually, if you really think about it, about this so-called Gorilla Glue girl, who, if you have not heard, has recently gone viral on social media for using Gorilla Glue spray adhesive to keep hair from moving. Yes, I did not read that wrong. A woman in Louisiana actually had to seek medical treatment after, quote unquote, mistakenly using Gorilla Glue in place of actual hairspray. Because, that's just a really common thing that a lot of us really mistake. Like, how many times do you go to grab your hairspray and you see a bottle of Gorilla Glue there, and the first instinct is, well, it's glue. It holds your hair down, probably, right? Like, I don't get the mindset that some of these people have to go through to actually go through with what they're thinking in their head. And to me, this is just the strongest iteration of natural selection at its finest. And I love the story very much, honestly. I can't say that I feel bad for this person because that's just common sense. Like, how do you look at a bottle of a spray adhesive, heavy duty, written right on the bottle of Gorilla Glue, and say this should replace my hairspray pretty good. But yeah, so this woman, she went viral for posting a video stating how her hair was completely stuck to her head for over a week. Had to go get medical treatment and is now actually in the process of putting a lawsuit against Gorilla Glue. And I think that's hilarious because I want to see how that works out, actually, because what is going to happen when she goes to court? The judge is going to look at the bottle of glue, turn it around, and read the directions on the back and the safety warning not to put on your skin and just call it a day? Because that's all you really can do at that point, right? Like, why even waste our tax money to go have a trial for this? There's a lawsuit in place for common sense. Just read the back of the bottle, call it the end of the day, and just let her go to natural selection. That's all it is. It's just let it go. There's not much you can do at this point, but you would think that the person doing this would have common sense as well, but she also put out a GoFundMe for her treatment, which you feel bad that people can be this stupid. It's just, how are you this stupid for free? How is that actually a thing? How do you wake up every single day and just choose stupidity? But yeah, no, you would think this GoFundMe, no one would bat an eye to this, because that's just really stupid, right? Why would you throw money to this person who just was completely out of her mind? But no, the internet, we reward stupidity, and this GoFundMe has already surpassed almost $6,000? $6,000, and it's growing. It's growing still too. It's mind-boggling, honestly, and it honestly just, I feel stupid in the fact that I haven't thought of this sooner. Maybe it's a publicity stunt from Gorilla Glue to get you to buy their product. It's kind of like reminds me of the Tide Pods. Do you remember the Tide Pods from a few years back when they first debuted? No one really talked about them until it became a trend to eat them because they look delicious. a conglomeration of different types of chemicals and detergent and bleach, all formed into one little tiny ball, a pod, if you will, a Tide Pod, to be eaten. And people ate that shit up, literally and figuratively, to the fact that Tide had to actually put out a statement telling you, hey, you know, you know why we're here. You know our Tide Pod product, the chemicals that we've been putting out all these years. Don't eat those. Don't eat our products. Because we have to tell you not to eat bleach. But yeah, the internet is a great place, honestly. It's a fantastic carnival of just complete idiots to begin with, and I'm all for it, honestly. I'm all for it. I love the concept of natural selection, and I hope this continues. So go out, buy some Gorilla Glue spray adhesive, the heavy duty one. Throw out all your hair products, anything that you have, Suave, Mousse, I don't know. I'm not a hair guru specialist, but all I know is throw out all of that you have. Go to your nearest store. Put your savings into a Gorilla Glue spray adhesive heavy duty spray, and keep your curls down. Keep your hair completely beautiful. She looks good. It looks good. I mean, if it wasn't completely stuck to her head, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. It's smooth. It got the job done. And is that not what she asked for? It's working. So I gotta give her props on that. Go out, buy some Gorilla Glue, and send me pictures, videos, TikToks, anything that you want. Show me your preferred hairstyle, and let's see if we can just we can get this to be a new norm, to the point that Gorilla Glue has to actually manufacture a hairspray because so many people are using it and getting stuck to their head, that they feel that it's in the public's best interest for them to create an actual hairspray to keep this from happening. I wish them the best of luck in court. I really do. Gorilla Glue, this is a hard-fought battle that you're going to have to go into. Nonetheless, I believe in you. Gorilla Glue, thank you for everything that you've done and the entertainment that you have given all of us. Never stop doing what you've been doing. But, on the opposite sides of things, yesterday was the Super Bowl, the greatest holiday this nation has. It's almost up there with storming the Capitol in terms of how much fun white people have watching this show. But it's a lot of other things. We're up there. But yesterday, if you didn't know, it was the Chiefs and the Patriots. Not the Patriots, it was the Buccaneers. Tom Brady led Buccaneers. And it was, I'd say, a good game, in my opinion. Not a lot of other people's opinions. It was a blowout. The final score was 31-9. Tom Brady, of course, got his 7th ring. It was, at this point, it's just, there's 3 things guaranteed in life. Life, death, and Tom Brady getting his 7th Super Bowl ring. At this point, I don't know how you dispute greatness at this level. It is insane that a player is able to accomplish as much as Tom Brady has in his 20-year career. It is amazing. It's probably never going to happen again, so you should enjoy it while you're watching it right now. You don't want to be on the wrong side of history and say, I hated Tom Brady because he tormented my team for so many years. Enjoy it, man. It's honestly really amazing to me. Tom Brady, as you know, I'm a Patriots fan. It's bittersweet seeing this happen, but I'm all for this. 20 years of happiness that he gave that franchise. 6 rings. It's crazy. It's stuff that you would never see happen again. And this game was supposed to be that, in hindsight, theoretically, the passing of the torch scenario from Tom Brady, who is the current GOAT, and probably is going to maintain that. I don't see that ever breaking in any time period. And then between the matchup of Mahomes, who a lot of people are telling you is the future GOAT, which I don't dispute, but after that performance, there's a lot of question marks left on there. I like Mahomes, I really do. Mahomes is a great quarterback. He's an athletic freak. He's a monster. The Chiefs team, I'm not a big fan of. Unless you like criminals, lots and lots of criminals, like Tyreek Hill, who broke his son's arm and beat his wife almost to death. It's pretty cool. He got awarded with the Super Bowl ring last year, which is fantastic, you know? It's a really, really heartfelt story, a feel-good story, if you will. So, he almost got 2, but they shut him down. It was fantastic to actually watch that, because a lot of people wanted to see that, you know? Just shut down completely. Tyreek Hill, known for being a pretty cocky guy. He's a fast guy. He's fast. Olympic speeds. And he got shut down yesterday by an incredible Bucs defense, which was just on point from beginning to end. It was really, really giving Mahomes and that offense a run for their money. It was brutal to watch. I feel bad for Mahomes. He was injured. He was. And he tried his hardest. He fought. He made plays. That offense did not help him one bit. Poor guy. But, you know, he'll be back next year for years to come. He's going to be the new Brady, but Brady's got to retire. He's not there yet, you know? Brady said, fuck that noise. Passing of the torch? He just passed it back to himself. He said, fuck that, I'm coming back next year. Gronk, come on. And Gronk was just, Gronk! Me come back next year! We win other ring! He's just like a Neanderthal. And Brady's got him on his leash. Antonio Brown also won his first Super Bowl ring with Tom Brady. You know? Pretty insane. It was a fun game. I was rooting for the Buccaneers because, of course, Tom Brady. It's a good team too. I like that team. I hate the Chiefs. I can't stand them. But that Buccaneers team was just insane. It was a really great year for them. They had a fantastic story, mainly because of Brady. It's like 1 year he leaves the Patriots, goes to the NFC, joins a pretty solid team to begin with, and recruits a lot of talent. It's like a super team, basically. But it just didn't mend the way that it looked like they should have in the first few games of the season. They got destroyed by the Saints twice. They lost to Nick Foles. They didn't look like they were mending, like, at all. Until they did. Once they got into that stride, they just did not stop. And it's that Brady effect, that winner mentality. He can just bring a team up from the ashes and just, it's insane what he's able to do. And look at that. They went from a wildcard team with one of the hardest schedules of a wildcard team. Aside from, they played the Washington football team, not to be mistaken with the Washington Redskins. You fucking racists. The Washington football team. Yeah, they had a good defense, but they didn't really put a halt in any of the Bucs' path. Now the next one, they played Drew Brees on the road. All these games are on the road too, it's really hard to win a road game in the NFL on its own, on a regular. You're in the playoffs doing this at another team's hometown, and Drew Brees, probably the third best quarterback in the league at the moment. Okay, maybe top 5. He's a legend for sure. They obliterated them. They obliterated the Saints on their second win. They made Drew Brees look like a punk. throwing like 3 interceptions, and just it was insane. That defense was insane. Brady didn't have to do much. He didn't play amazing, but he did what he had to do, which was also great. Then they shut him out. He puts Drew Brees into retirement. First off, shuts out a Saints offense who was just on fire all year long. A defense also that was on fire all year long. Boom. What's next? Oh, you go from one legendary quarterback to another legendary quarterback, and Aaron Rodgers and the Packers completely dominates them. Yeah, they come back for a bit. The Packers, Aaron Rodgers, they make a run at it. Couldn't get anything going later on. The Bucs defense put a hold on that. Really tortured Aaron Rodgers, and wow, there they are in the Super Bowl again. 1 year after leaving. People complaining, oh man, he's in the AFC, he's in the easiest division. Oh, the AFC, he left the AFC because it's weak and he's scared. Then comes around, beats Mahomes and the Chiefs for another Super Bowl. That is insane. That is improbable. 7 rings, surpassing Michael Jordan. I know it's a whole different sport, but that's always what it's compared to, is the Jordan standard, right? That is insane. And some people still have doubts in their mind, it's nuts. It's crazy. He's the GOAT. I mean, after like ring number 4, you could have cemented his legacy. He has 3 Hall of Fame careers in one career. It's insane. Tom Brady really is he's another beast. That team was a fantastic team. Could they come back next year? I honestly believe that they could. But I had a fun time watching it. My friends didn't. I was the only one rooting for the Buccaneers, like I said. Everybody else is going for the Chiefs, except for Memo. Shout out to Memo. Memo's the only one who actually supports things that I like and my dreams, unlike my other friends. My other friends, I feel like there's this thing between them that if I like something, they have to purposely go against what I like. It's in every aspect, especially Gabriel. I hate that guy. Gabriel sucks, dude. Like, first off, I'm a King Kong. I'm King Kong. Team King Kong, right? He's Team Godzilla. Okay, dude. Like, alright, that's cool, whatever, like, we have our differences. Superheroes, like, I'm into Thor, but, like, in the Captain America and Iron Man debate, I'm Captain America. He's Iron Man. It's like, okay, dude, like, we're always at each other's throats. Like, alright, like, why can't you just like things that I like? Why does it always have to be a battle between us, man? Like, if we're watching fights, I'm going for one person, Gabriel's going for the other guy. And they just don't support my happiness, so when they win, I just have to inevitably rub it in their face because they're just mean people. They bully me all the time, and I want it to be known. Right now, right here, I'm being bullied by my friends. They don't support what I like, so obviously they're wrong. It's like, honestly, I understand we have different opinions, but fuck you, your opinion is wrong. Like what I like. Which brings me back to King Kong and Godzilla. The new trailer was released, and it looks like King Kong versus Godzilla would look. However you pictured a giant monkey and a giant lizard fighting each other, that's exactly what it is. Lots of explosions, lots of action, lots of fun, lots of dancing. The dancing part was really weird to me. I think they're going with the musical for this one, because there was a scene where Godzilla and King Kong unite together for an ending dancing, kind of like in the Bollywood movies. It was strange to me, but I understand it. And it looks fun. It looks like a fun movie. King Kong, I love King Kong. I mean, any monkey with intelligence could easily destroy a lizard. But most lizards aren't walking nuclear power plants too, so I guess that's one thing that Godzilla has on his time, but fuck that guy. It's all King Kong. He has opposable thumbs. How do you even beat that? How do you beat a monkey with opposable thumbs and intelligence who can formulate tools? You're a stupid lizard who has cancer breath. Your nuclear power plant. Congratulations. Congratulations. Lizards suck. I am Team Hairy Cheeks. All day, every day. Team Hairy Cheeks. So Kong, I need you to pull this through because I have money on this. But let me know. Let me know who you're going for. Do you think that I'm crazy that I want a monkey to win? Or am I right and justified in thinking that a monkey with higher intelligence can beat a lizard? A fat lizard, an obese lizard, actually. There's no physical way that Godzilla can walk with all that weight and how he's distributed throughout his body. He has a very tiny upper torso and very tiny arms on massive, massive dump truck thighs. It's just not possible. Physically, it's impossible. All that weight would collapse on him and crush him to death. He would be immovable. He would not be able to move at the way and rate that he does. And I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not body shaming him or anything. These are just facts. These are just facts. I'm all for body positivity, except when it comes to lizards. Lizards that don't deserve to be fighting someone as amazing as King Kong has been. So, yeah, I have a lot of theories for this too. Of course, you know how these movies go. These versus movies, it always ends with they fight each other for a bit. There's never really a clear winner. You can kind of just say, hey, it goes both ways. They get hits on each other, they both injure each other, and then they just come together to fight something like a bigger monster. It's like, oh, let's put our differences aside. I know you're a big monster and I'm a big monster, but we can put our differences aside so we can fight that bigger monster who has different political views than we do. That's usually how it is. And then they go and storm the Capitol afterwards as well. So those are my predictions for King Kong vs. Godzilla, coming to HBO Max in theaters near you. I'm not sponsored by them, by the way. This, as you can tell, comes out next month. So we'll be back to talk about that for sure, because I want to argue. I want to argue on why King Kong is going to win this. He has an axe in this movie as well. An axe made of Godzilla's like fin, dorsal fin, and has like nuclear radiation in it as well. Come on. He made tools. He's evolving at a rapid rate. You can't beat that. You can't. But yes, let's argue. Argue with me. Tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me why I'm right. Godzilla's a bitch. That's all there is to it. And Gabriel, if you're listening to this, you're a bitch. And everything you stand for sucks. Also, go Tom Brady. Yeah. That felt good to get off my chest. I'll have him on the next one. We'll debate about it. I know we'll debate about it. It'll go on for a good, solid 30 minutes of just why Gabriel's wrong, you know? But I've been feeling good lately. I have a fever of 108 degrees right now. I'm sweating. My lungs are tight. But I'm feeling good. I've been watching a lot of my New Year's resolution, if you heard in my few episodes back, was that I plan to be a weeb. I am moving into weebology, the study of weeb. If you're not too familiar with weebs, this is the technical term for a person who watches anime. Yes, that is how far I've fallen during this pandemic. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I really wanted to get into anime. I mean, I've given it a try before. I mean, I've watched Dragon Ball Z. I watched a bit of One Piece back in the day, back on Toonami when it was when Cartoon Network was great. They had Toonami and they would just show all their anime shit, and it was good. I enjoyed it, but I never really got into it. I couldn't stick with it, and no one really cared about anime too much. except for like hardcore weebs and Asian people, until the resurgence after a few years back, and then it just became a trend to like love anime. Like you're cool now if you liked anime. I feel bad for all the people in high school who were just like, man, anime is my shit, and they would Naruto run to lunch. They'd wear their like Naruto blazers or whatever the fuck those things are called, and like everyone clowned on them. And now that's the cool thing to do. You destroyed all these people's self-confidences for liking something, only to make it a trend now? Come on, dude. Come on. It's sick. And I remember, you may have forgotten, but I remember those kids running to lunch with their arms propped fully up, head tilted down at a 90-degree angle. Not 90-degree, 45-degree angle. As they sprinted to go get that lunch, lasagna and milk, the dinner of champions, the government assumes. And y'all laughed and you clowned them. But who's laughing now? You are still thinking about them. Because they're still doing that at this big age. Stop it. But yeah, no, I've been wanting to watch anime a lot, and I've heard a lot of good shows. I've gotten a lot of good recommendations for that. And one that actually caught my eye that I was like, man, that looks cool, is Attack on Titan. And oh boy, dude, I am loving it. I'm on season 3 right now. I'm almost done with season 3. I know the last season is up right now, or a few of them are. It's a good show. I like it a lot. I really feel the weeb surging through my veins as I watch and absorb. Nani? Ochido so daisuki. Oh! Are just a few of the many things I have learned while watching anime. And I've learned how to do very dramatic pauses and really dramatize any normal conversation and drag that out for about 30 minutes of pure dramatization. Anime is a different beast, man. It's fun. Especially like in Attack on Titan, because you'll have some brutal kills, followed up by like a little touching scene of two characters telling you how much they love each other and why they believe that they're gonna get through it all. And I love the dramatic, heartfelt music playing very loudly over these scenes too. It's really entertaining. But yeah, Attack on Titan, I recommend it if you're into that kind of stuff. Next, I've been recommended My Hero Academia, Parasite. Shout out to Che. Che's my weeb plug. Not weed, weeb plug. He's my anime plug. Che's over here giving me all these suggestions that I'm probably never gonna watch, but it feels good that he's actually like talking to me about these things. Just smile and wave. That's what I usually do to Che. If you're listening to this, Che, shout out. I love you, dude, and I want you on the podcast. And I miss you, dude. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Short guy, but he's a good guy. But sorry, it's the COVID. Oh, the biggest story, and one of the best that I've heard in a long time, is if you're unaware about the stock market, the Wall Street bets versus the big hedge funds, and this class warfare that has been going on for a while. Well, recently. So if you're unaware of that, basically the gist of it is a group of Redditors got together and they formulated a Reddit page called Wall Street Bets, where they give each other a lot of stock advice, a lot of like money moves, And they found out about investment firms that were betting against GameStop. As we know, GameStop is a dying corporation on the brink of bankruptcy. And this group found out that a lot of these funds have been betting against GameStop stock, which they buy it at a very low price, and then they borrow this money to buy these stocks, and they buy them at a very low price, and when it surges, they sell them at that higher price, so they make profit off of it. Usually happens with a lot of these dying corporations that they know that they can bet against. But like I said, this group of Redditors got that information and said, hey, fuck y'all. Let's all get together and invest all of our money into GameStop. So all those stocks that they bought at such a low price, that stock is going to rise from, I think it was like $6 at the time for one GameStop share. They shot it all the way up to, I think it peaked at $430 a share. So when the stock market window, the trading window closed, all those hedge fund billionaires and all those millionaires had to buy back those stocks that they borrowed at such a high price that they were losing millions, I think almost billions of dollars because of that influx, which is hilarious. It is hilarious. And at the same time, all these people who invested in GameStop at a very low price, say $6, those stocks rose up to $430 something at their peak, and they bought let's say they bought 100 shares at $6. They put $600 into that. It's 100 times $430 something. I'm not going to do the math on that, but that's thousands of dollars. And some people who actually cash out on that, they made a year's salary in like a month, which promptly made hedge fund owners and billionaires on Wall Street very angry, even though this has been a tactic that Wall Street has used for years of market manipulation. But, of course, when the little guy gets a chunk out of the pockets of the big guys, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. The next few days on the news, you see billionaires on TV crying, literally crying, because it's wrong. It's very wrong. Forgot his name. One of the people from Wall Street, a big guy up there, was crying on an interview saying, "I'm crying because I care about the stock market." Boo fucking who? Y'all make money off of these dying businesses, and you're gonna go on TV to cry because you lost your money? Boo hoo? The poor actually got a piece of your money? You had Nancy Pelosi on TV telling you, guys, we're shutting this shit down because we care. Because we care about you. We're stopping you from getting any piece of the crumbs in our pockets because we care about you. Don't forget it. We love you guys, so we're going to shut this shit down. Which is illegal, by the way. Which, another big story on that was Robinhood, the brokerage app, trading app, shut down the sale and trade of these GameStop stocks when they were at their peak because they had the billionaires' balls in their mouth, gargling their balls. So they had to put a stop to that. Years and years of this going on Wall Street without anybody batting an eye. But as soon as a group of Redditors with usernames as balls in your mouth 69 outsmarted them and started playing their own game, or username potato in my ass 420, when they outsmarted these hedge funds, that's when it became a problem. And if you want to see how much your government doesn't give a shit about you and wants to keep you in your fucking place and never get a piece of that pie. Look at how fast they tried to push regulations on this. It took less than 2 days. Yeah. But remember, they're doing it because they care about you. We can't have you thinking that you can be anywhere other than under our boots. You pathetic pieces of shit. We care about you. We love you. We love you. So we're gonna make sure that you don't get any of this money. Because we care about you. It's insane. It's insane. But it's such a great story for a lot of those people who actually cashed out on that while they still could. I was a little late on the trend. I only had a few stocks, but I made a pretty good amount off 2 of them, which was great just to have. But you had these people on Reddit giving you their stories and their testimonials of why this is helping them, why this is amazing, why it's not about just getting that money. It's about sending a message to these people. Some people telling you that they don't give a fuck. We're going to invest all that money into it, hold it to keep that money away from you big bums up there. Because what's the difference between $1,000 and $0 to a normal person? A normal person who's striving to survive off of this stuff all the time, you know? It's insane what is happening. And you had these great stories of people who cashed out big. I think there was a kid who got like $30,000 on a few of his stocks, and unselfishly goes out and buys a bunch of switches for a children's hospital. That's fucking awesome to do something like that. Then you got stories that, oh man, like I was able to pay off my college, my student loans. I was able to pay for my mom's medical bills because of this. And you know how great that sounds, right? But remember, Pelosi wanted to stop that because she cares. All these brokerages, all these hedge funds, and Wall Street, they don't want you to be doing that. Because that's not right. It's not morally right. You can't do something like that. Fuck your dying parents. Fuck your loans and your debt. You stay underneath us. It's crazy. And even if it was just a tiny win in a small window frame that no one foresaw, right at the beginning of 2021, that's how crazy this quarantine has gotten. It's like day 30 of quarantine. You're like, oh, day 30 of quarantine. I'm watching Star Wars again for the 5th time. Day 365 of quarantine. We're gonna fucking crash the stock market. Holy shit. What? I'm for it, but what? Let's go. And, oh boy, it was a win. It was a win. For as much as we can get from that at the moment. But, all good things come to an end. That being said, I lost half of my life savings on AMC, so I think we're doing pretty good here. Just kidding. No, I did not. But be careful with that kind of stuff. You got to be careful with it because they'll find ways. They'll find ways to stop that from happening. But another big thing out of this was cryptocurrency, which is Dogecoin specifically. You got Bitcoin, of course. Bitcoin steady, the currency of the future. But there's a new crypto that they're trying to push called Dogecoin, which started out as a complete meme coin. If you don't know what Doge is, D-O-G-E, the meme, it's a picture of that little yellow Shiba Inu dog with the stupid face. Yes, that one. But people are trying to push this stock that was literally under 1 cent. Put all their money into that, make that thing rise, and once it gets to $1, you can cash out thousands if you play it right. Which, in hindsight, it may not reach fruition at that level. It would be nice to see. It's gone up. I think it peaked at around 8 cents. Which, do the math on that. 8 cents. You buy it at 1 cent. You put $200 into, you get around 4,180 something shares. So imagine that going up. You can make profit off of it, cash out fast. But if that thing were to hit $1, you'd make that amount times one. So thousands, however much you put in there. It's crazy. And they're pushing that thing. And they've even it's gotten backed by Elon Musk, Snoop Dogg, hundreds of other celebrities are pushing this thing. In fruition, it's very dangerous. It's a meme coin. So putting your money in there is obviously going to be a pretty risky business. But if this were to actually reach even 50 cents max, that would be a huge win. Right now, it's currently at 88 cents right now. Kind of fluctuates. But that's a huge margin of change. So, we'll see how that goes. They're pushing it. Elon Musk is pushing it. And of course, Elon Musk has such a huge influence on people that he has to be careful with his words, his memes. He posts pictures of Dogecoin memes, and the stock rises at least 3 cents every single time. In reality, there's so many of these coins that are available, though. Bitcoin, there was only, I believe, 21 million or something along that number that were in existence. So, of course, like, that number rises over time, and it's fluctuated to almost peak $40,000 right now. Dogecoin, there's like 185 billion or some shit like that. So, in actuality, it's never going to reach a high number, but you can still make a good amount off of that. And it's interesting to see. I mean, we said the same thing with Bitcoin 10 years ago. People were buying that shit at 10 cents, trading it for pizza, for it to just blow up and become $45,000 a coin. So we'll see. Elon Musk is pushing it, but he's pushing Bitcoin at the same time, which is right now, I think Elon Musk and Tesla have put in $1.5 billion into Bitcoin, which has brought it up to its highest that it's ever been at 45,000 cap, which is insane. Imagine going back 10 years and just saying, fuck it, I'm going to put $100 into Bitcoin, and then just wait 10 years, a solid 10 years, to where you're almost a multi-millionaire. All from a thing called Bitcoin. That is insane. But yeah, Elon Musk, that man has a strange power. That man is a technological genius and a memeologist. I don't know what is stronger, his intelligence or his power of memes. Either way, it's insane. And looking at that price of Bitcoin just makes me very sad, knowing that I will never have that. I will never have Bitcoin. But nonetheless, I can be happy that it's rising for the people that do. Unselfishly, unceremoniously. But fuck you, buy me a yacht. So, wild times are going on. And Thor, my dog, is running around eating my mask right now like an asshole. Thor, please put that down. Oh, he already ate the laces off of it, so not much I can do there. Fun times. I'm ready for the world to open back up. I miss it. As a lot of you do, I'm sure. And a lot of you just don't give a shit and still continue to live your lives normally. Which I won't say that I'm innocent towards. I mean, I take precautions as well, and I've gotten tested. So I do it responsibly. Unlike a lot of people, including a person from my hometown who recently was diagnosed with COVID and thought, hey, I think this is a perfect time for me to go to a country concert, fully exposing everybody around me to it. And what was the justification behind that? Well, I had never seen this person live in concert, respectively, of course. And I think it was a Cody Johnson concert. Cody John, who? Who? Cody who? What? Who? You risked your life and other people's life? First off, for a country singer, you risked your life and others. But to go and have the audacity to take pictures and Snapchats with your mask down at this concert? That, my friends, is also natural selection. Part 2. This should be a series of just natural selection, where we just appreciate the greatest moments of natural selection that the world has to offer, and see that these smooth brains wipe themselves out in a timely fashion. It's crazy. Crazy stuff out there. But what can you do? You gotta have fun, right? Enjoy your life. Spread some COVID. I'm sure, just go out there, open mouth kiss a person, cough in their face, wipe your boogers on them. Just really embrace it. Do what you have to. You only live once. Go see a Cody Johnson concert. And that is my message for you today. Be safe out there. Nah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, don't do that shit. It's really stupid. Really, really stupid. And I would expect nothing less from my hometown. Every time we make the news, it's for something really stupid. Which is, honestly, it's pretty impressive at this point. I believe we hold a world record for that. Oh, I forgot. The Weeknd performed at the Superbowl. It was a pretty good performance. A lot of people did not like it, though. So The Weeknd put $7 million of his own money into this performance to express his narrative, whatever his narrative may be. Probably. He had a good performance. In terms of Super Bowl halftime shows, oh man, where would you rank that? In the last few years, there's been some ass ones. Justin Timberlake's performance, complete and utter ass. J-Lo and Shakira had a lot of ass. Oof. Oof. Got me thinking about that all over again. Pretty upset that instead of two 40-year-old Latino women, we had to get The Weeknd dancing on there. When I could have seen J-Lo and Shakira throw an ass again, that would be fantastic. But yeah, no, it ranks decent up there. In the past few years, it's been one of the better ones for sure. Still don't think it tops Beyonce and Bruno Mars. That was a pretty hot one. Lady Gaga's was pretty great when she skydived into the stadium on like a jetpack or something. That was pretty intense. That was a good one. Then the infamous Katy Perry and the Left Shark and Right Shark. That wasn't a good one actually. That one kind of sucked. It was just that shark that saved it. But yeah, it was a good performance. A lot of people didn't like it. Thought it could have been better. I give you credit, Mr. Tessafe. You did fantastic, and don't let anyone bring you down. And if you ever want to be on the podcast, just call, text, send an email, and I'll try to make room for you. Only for you. But yeah, the performance was great. It was his Blinding Lights album. Is it called Blinding Lights? Yeah. And he had people dressed up as like Us, that movie Us. And he sang. I'm not sure what the narrative was on it, but I mean, it looked cool. It looked like some Illuminati shit. But I mean, doesn't every Super Bowl halftime show look like it's Illuminati shit? Hasn't there been on record of like celebrities throwing up like these these Illuminati symbols. I know Beyonce with her like all-seeing eye and shit, and Janet Jackson busting out the titty for the lizard people. So intense. It was a good one. It's fun. Super Bowl, fun to watch. Wasn't amazing. It was a blowout. Fun stuff. Tom Brady gets a seventh ring, and the world sighed. But yeah, it was fun. It was a fun one. And we'll be back next week for sure. I'll have guests. I know we have fun talking to each other sometimes. But I've just been on one lately. Had a Four Loko the other night. Just had Four Lokos and what did I watch? I watched a comedy movie. Oh, I watched Deadpool 2 and drank a Four Loko because that's where I'm at in life right now. So please, this is my message asking for help. This is me saying I have a fucking problem. Save me. Please, don't make me drink another Four Loko. Don't make me drink another Four Loko. Because I will become the fifth Loko. And y'all aren't ready for that, son. Y'all aren't ready for the fifth Loko. I'm like the Fanta women, except the Loco. The Loco ones. The Fanta. Loco. Don't you wanna Loco? You know? But yeah, we'll be back next week. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Once again, I want to shout out. I want to shout out all the thanks and the support that I get for this channel, for this podcast as well. It's been fun. It's been a real fun time doing this for all you guys. And if you want to keep supporting this and you want to get more episodes, follow us on Twitter, on YouTube, subscribe and share, and just get the word out there. That's the biggest thing that y'all can do for me right now is just get the word out there and pass it along and tell people that you enjoy it. You know, man, like I like doing this. I like doing it for y'all. It's a good time. So get the word out. Let's spread it. Let's have fun. Let's spread it like COVID, baby. Let's get this thing everywhere. Please. That's the goal for 2021. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for tuning in again. Remember to keep it trashy. Have a good time. Be safe out there. And invest. Put it all in GameStop and AMC right now in Dogecoin. Put a second mortgage on your house. Steal from your parents. Do what you got to do. Put all your money into it right now, okay? That's my advice for you. Invest. All right, everybody. Don't actually do that. Y'all have a good one. Be safe. Keep it trashy. I love you.